Hello everyone who's watching this video. My name is Tigran and welcome to JavaScript against Java. So a lot of you may be interested, are Java and JavaScript the same? So in this video I'm going to talk about some differences of Java and JavaScript. So let the fight begin. So let's begin from stating that Java and JavaScript are not actually the same. They may seem the same because they have a lot of things in common, but they have a lot of differences as well. There are totally two different coding languages. So here let's talk about some differences. First of all, one of the differences is the way they run. The way that JavaScript runs is very simple. As you all may know, the computer can read machine code. When you write code in JavaScript, it is automatically turned into machine code, and it can be easily read by your computer. So it only needs browser to open. But also JavaScript needs an HTML file. So even if you write JavaScript file, you will have to make a HTML file and link your JavaScript file, or just write it in your source. Only then your JavaScript can be read. But Java does not require HTML. But to be able to read Java, you will need to download Java Development Kit or JDK for your computer. And what about reading? How computer reads Java? Java is a bit more complicated. First, if you write Java, it is not automatically turned into machine code. First, your code written on Java is turned into is translated into bytecode. Then it is being translated into Java virtual machine code, or JVM. Only then your Java virtual machine code is turned into actual machine code. So then your computer can only read your machine code, I mean Java. So that's how computer reads Java, and it is more complicated than reading JavaScript. So another difference that is the easiest to see is the type of the programming languages. JavaScript is a dynamic programming language, while Java is a static. So what does that mean? Let me explain. As you know, from my other previous videos, in JavaScript you are making variables like this: var or let or const. I will use var. Let's say a is equal to 15. So now we made a variable a, which is a number. Then we can do a is equal to a plus hello. So what happened? We changed our variable a into 15 plus hello, which is number plus string, so 8 got turned into a string. So we just changed variable a number into a string. So a had a value of a number, now it has a value of a string. So now we can use that our string as a boolean here. If we write if not a, then do something here. We just made our string into we just turned our string into a boolean. So as you see, a variable can change its value during programming, during writing your code. So it is dynamic, it can change over time. But in Java, you cannot change the value of your variables. Let me show this example where I wrote factorial for Java. For example, here in Java I cannot write something like var a is 15. We will get an error because in Java you have to specify what type of variable you are writing. For example, if you want to write an integer, you are writing int a is 15. So now we will have no errors because a is an integer and it is specified. If we want to make a string variable, we will use this code. String a is equal to something, let's say hello. So as you see in Java, you have to use double quotes to make strings. You cannot use single strings. If you use single quotes, you will get an error. While in Java you can use single quotes for making strings too. So there are a few types of variables in Java. If you want to have a short number, you can use the short. Short takes a very few memory, and you can with short you can only have short numbers. If you want to have a not so short and not so big number, you can use int, which is the most commonly used code for specifying numbers. If you have a very large number, for example a factorial of 20, you will have to use long, because it is much bigger than the limit of int, and if you write int you will get an error. If you have decimals, you can use float and double. Floats are for small decimals and doubles are for big ones. For string you use string, for booleans you use booleans, and also there are characters about which I will not talk now. So let's move on. Also there are classes in Java. In JavaScript there are no such things as classes. In Java, here you see that I have a class called math. The name of the class has to be the same as the name of the file. For example, here I have a file named math, and here I have the name of the class has to be math too. For example, if I have here ABC, I will get an error because the name of the class has to be the same as the name of the class and the file. Then inside of the class I can have attributes and behaviors. So I don't have an attribute at this class, so let me show this one. Here I have a class puppy, and inside it has an attribute called name, which is a string. I can have other attributes too, like age or I don't know, height, weight, etc. Other than attributes, we have behaviors. For example, this is a behavior. Public puppy is which is this, again has to be the same as the name of the file. Is the function which will be called when we use this when we call this class. For example, here I use this when I want to use this one, I write puppy and give it a variable name, and by which I will specify that puppy. So this takes input string n, which is a name, as you see here. So whenever I want to use puppy, I have to give it an input name. So if, for example, if I want to make puppy joy, I will write new puppy and give it an input joy. So now the name of my puppy with the variable joy is its name will be joy. So that's how we use classes in Java. But in JavaScript, of course, we have no classes. If we want to make objects like the name of the dogs here, we can just write const puppy is an object which has a name, for example, joy. and that's all. We have a puppy with the name Joy. As you see, it is much easier, but as Java is as Java requires it requires you to specify everything you write. This way you will avoid having any errors. So Java is more safe because it will not let you have any errors. So that's all that I can explain about the differences of Java and JavaScript. I don't know if Java is better than JavaScript or the otherwise, but they are used for different purposes. So let's ask Siri which one is better. Hey Siri, is Java better than JavaScript?
Here's what I found on the web for his Java batteries and JavaScript.
Okay, Siri cannot answer us. Poor Siri. So that's all for now. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.